What happens when a rebellion becomes a routine? By the 90s, hardcore established its own set of rules and traditions. The blueprint was set, and while the passion was still there, the element of surprise was dwindling. That is, until a handful of bands decided to completely shatter the formula. They didn't just push back against the rules, they took the sound to a place so heavy and so dark, there was no turning back. First, you have to talk about Madball's Set It Off. This record is pretty much the blueprint for 90s New York hardcore. It's all about that undeniable groove and a level of aggression that felt genuinely dangerous. It set the standard. Then you get Snapcase with Progression Through Unlearning. They offered a frenetic, schizophrenic blend of musical violence and intimate moments. It was a constant wall of sound with relentless, intense vocals, providing a chaotic yet structured soundtrack for personal growth and self-reflection. This was a passionate, driven, and uncompromising push towards self-realization. The vocabulary of hardcore was changing fast. At the same time, you had bands like Boston's 10 Yard Fight, who were looking backwards to move forward. They brought the youth crew style back in a huge way, making straight edge and sing-along parts cool for a whole new wave of kids. But on the complete opposite end of the spectrum was Hatebreed. Satisfaction is the Death of Desire was an album that took hardcore and turned it into a weapon. It was so unbelievably heavy that it crossed over into the metal world, leading them to touring with bands like Slayer. And if you want to know where the path ultimately leads, then look no further than Buried Alive's The Death of Your Perfect World. This album was pure, suffocating darkness. It takes those metallic elements and pushes them to their most violent and nihilistic conclusion. There is no hope to be found here, only bleak and punishing auditory assault. So, did these albums reinvent hardcore, or did they push it in the logical path forward? The lines blurred, the sound got heavier, but was the rulebook torn to shreds? Either way, the genre was never the same. What are the albums you think completely changed the game in the 90s? Let me know in the comments.